Hey guys, it's Bri here at Frightmare the 13th with the fabulous Kevin Yagher, and while I'm a little bit creeped out here, yes, this is Chucky as well. It is the 30th anniversary of Child's Play, and I've got to ask you, Mr. Yagher, is this your first Frightmare, and how are you having fun?
It's my second convention in my entire life. I did one back in the 80s. Didn't go too well for me. I had to get up on stage and talk. I was a kid, and I never wanted to come back to conventions. You know, I got a little shy, but I'm having a great time. I mean, this is my first Frightmare and my second convention, and having a fabulous time meeting people like you and all the fans. It's been great.
Gosh, okay, so what is your favorite part of the convention? Is it meeting the fans, or do you have something in specific?
We did a panel, you know, where we all sit down with the cast. I just met, believe this or not, this is historical for me, for the first time in person met Brad Dourif. I'd only listened to his voice on tape, and we puppeteered all our stuff off of his audio. So I actually walked up and said at dinner, and I said, Brad, I have to introduce myself because I know who you are. And we started talking. That was a very strange thing to have happen. So it was nice, and we were able to sit down, and we had Thursday night we had a screening of Child's Play, and then we went in and had a panel and did a Q&A afterwards, and those have been really fun too. And to reconnect with everybody, because I don't get to see everybody all the time.
Okay, and that is excellent. And I've got to tell you, me personally, I don't know whether to thank you or growl at you for scaring the crap out of me when I was 3. It was Child's Play 2, was my first Child's Play. I just saw the original last night. Oh, please don't hit me. Or, excuse me, Thursday night. But let's talk about how you got, not just the doll, but how you got Chucky to do the stuff he did, like the stabbings, the beatings, all of that. Chucky's violence. What about that?
Well, the violence comes from Don Mancini. You have to blame him, the writer. That's all. Chucky's his brainchild. But as far as technically pulling it off, I had 7 puppeteers. We had to work very carefully and coordinate all the puppeteer moves. It's hard to get people to act when you're doing an arm, or just doing the brows, or just doing the eyes. So I kind of became the actor for Chucky. So the director would come to me and tell me, like he would talk to an actor, here's what I want you to do in the scene. He would tell me that, and then I had to break it down into individual movements. So if the guy that's doing the eyes or the mouth or the brows, and then I had a guy on the head, the head and body, and then each arm, and then the hands, and I had to coordinate that. It was extremely difficult. It took us 3 or 4 weeks just to rehearse until we could move in sync, and then we had to act. So I would teach people how to, instead of just turning the head like a robot, turning the head with some attitude, dropping the shoulders and coming back and shrugging and doing things that give you a little bit more creepiness, and then we have to, physically work out how to stab people, retractable blade, or, into a pillow or whatever. We had to figure this all out. It's all issues of weight. It's extremely complicated. But by the time I got to the 4th one, we had to do 2 dolls, and that was even more complicated. But I was oiled by that time.
Well, gotta say, happy 30th anniversary for Child's Play. I'll keep that away from you. And oh, by the way, happy 28 years. Happy 28 years with your wife, who played the mother on Child's Play, and for Crypt Keeper and all the other famous stuff that you've done, the puppeteer of puppeteers. Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you for saying hi.